Companies cut people and brought in AI, then they announced the savings: lower costs, leaner operations, better margins. But something doesn't add up. Your Netflix subscription went up, YouTube Premium went up, the software you use for work went up, delivery fees went up, your grocery bill went up. People got replaced by machines, costs went down, and somehow everything you buy got more expensive. If the cost of making things dropped, where did the savings go? Netflix added AI across its recommendation engine, its content pipeline, its internal tools. Then it raised prices again. YouTube Premium, same thing. AI handles more, humans handle less, and the subscription costs more than it did 2 years ago. Amazon automated more of its warehouses than ever. Robots move the boxes now, fewer people on the floor. Shipping costs for sellers didn't drop, delivery fees for customers didn't drop, Prime membership went up. You call customer service now and get a chatbot. It takes 4 loops to reach a human if there still is one. The experience got worse, the price stayed the same. If you're a freelancer, a writer, a designer, a translator, your rates got cut in half. Not because AI does your job better, because the client thinks it can. But the final product the client sells to their customer, same price, sometimes higher. Go to the grocery store. The factory that made what's in your cart is more automated than ever. Fewer workers on the line, more machines, your receipt is higher than it was last year. In every one of these places, people were removed and machines were added. The cost of producing went down, the cost of buying didn't follow. Something is absorbing that gap, and it's not you. Here's what most people assume. A company replaces workers with AI, the cost of running the business goes down, so the price of what they sell should go down too. That's how it's supposed to work. But think about it, can you name one company that replaced people with AI and then lowered its prices? One, any company, any product. The savings are real. The companies confirm it themselves in earnings calls, in investor presentations, in quarterly reports. Costs went down, but the prices didn't follow, so the money went somewhere, just not to you. It went to shareholders. When a company saves money, it has a choice. Pass the savings to the customer by dropping the price, or keep the price where it is and pocket the difference. If customers are already paying the current price without complaining, why lower it? The math is simple. Keep the price, widen the margin, and send that margin to the people who own the stock. Stock buybacks, dividend increases, executive bonuses, that's where cost savings go when there's no competitive pressure to lower prices. Think about the grocery store. There used to be 5 cashiers at the registers. Now there are 5 self-checkout machines and 1 employee watching all of them. The store cut 4 salaries. Your groceries didn't get cheaper. You scan your own items now, you bag them yourself, and you pay the same price. The money the store saved shows up 3 months later in a corporate earnings report under improved operating margin. You did the cashier's job, the store kept the cashier's salary, and nobody called it what it is. So the savings didn't come to you, that's layer 1, but there's something stranger happening on top of it. AI isn't just failing to make things cheaper. In some places, it's the reason things got more expensive. The normal assumption goes like this: prices go up because costs go up. Inflation, supply chains, raw materials, the usual explanations, and sometimes that's true. But here's what doesn't fit. Companies that adopted AI, the ones that specifically reduced their costs, raised prices faster than the ones that didn't. The companies that spent less started charging more. How does that work? Because AI gave them a new story to tell. We're investing in AI, 5 words. That sentence now justifies a price increase the way supply chain issues did 2 years ago. It sounds like progress. It sounds expensive. It sounds like the company is building something better and you should expect to pay for it. No one questions a price hike that comes wrapped in the word innovation. A software company lays off half its support team, replaces them with a chatbot, and the product gets worse. Then they announce an AI-powered update. The subscription goes up 15%. The product didn't improve. The headcount dropped, but the story changed, and the story is what the price is attached to. Think about calling a taxi on a rainy night. The driver's costs didn't go up because it's raining, the car is the same, the gas is the same, the route is the same, but the price doubles because you need it more and you'll pay it. That's not a cost increase, it's a willingness increase. AI works the same way. We're investing in AI doesn't mean this costs us more to make. It means you'll accept paying more because it sounds like the future. The tool that was supposed to cut costs became the excuse to raise prices. And the stranger part, it works, people pay it, because the story sounds right even when the math doesn't. So the savings went to shareholders instead of customers, and AI became a reason to charge more, not less. But there's a third thing happening, and this one is completely invisible. The people who got replaced by AI didn't just lose their jobs, they stopped spending money. That sounds obvious. Someone gets laid off, they cut back, eat out less, cancel subscriptions, skip the dry cleaner, buy less at the corner store. That's their problem, right? Individual, contained, nothing to do with you. But look closer. A tech company in a mid-sized city lays off 5,000 people. Those 5,000 people used to eat lunch at the restaurants around the office. They used to get coffee every morning at the same 3 shops. They used to drop off shirts at the dry cleaner on Tuesdays. Their kids were in the local daycare. They bought groceries at the store 2 blocks away. All of that spending disappears in a month. The restaurant that lost the lunch crowd cuts its food orders. The supplier who delivered to that restaurant loses volume. When volume drops, the cost per delivery goes up because the truck still costs the same to run whether it's full or half empty. The supplier raises prices to cover the gap. Now every other restaurant that still orders from that supplier is paying more for the same ingredients. Those restaurants raise their menu prices. The bakery on the other side of town, nowhere near the tech company, nothing to do with AI, raises the price of bread. Not because flour got more expensive, because the delivery that brings the flour got more expensive. Because the truck lost half its route. Because the restaurants that used to fill that route lost their customers. Because those customers got replaced by AI at a company the bakery owner has never heard of. One company's cost savings became a neighborhood's cost increase. Then it spread to the next neighborhood, then to a supplier 2 cities away, then to a price tag in a store that has no idea why its margins are shrinking. It's a domino line. The first piece is a tech company announcing AI-driven efficiency. The last piece is a bakery raising the price of bread, and there are so many pieces in between that nobody sees it as the same chain. These aren't 3 separate problems, they're one flow. A company replaces people with AI, costs drop, but the price of what they sell doesn't. The savings go to shareholders, buybacks, dividends, bonuses. You pay the same, you get less. Then the same company announces its AI investment as progress. That story becomes the justification for charging more. The tool that cut costs becomes the reason prices go up. You pay more for something that costs them less to make. Then the people who got cut stop spending. The money that used to circulate through neighborhoods, restaurants, shops, services dries up. Suppliers lose volume, delivery costs rise, every business in the chain adjusts. Prices go up in places that have nothing to do with AI, you pay more again and you don't know why. The savings didn't disappear, they moved, from payroll to shareholders, from cost reduction to price justification, from one person's lost income to another person's higher grocery bill. AI didn't make things cheaper for you, it made things cheaper for the companies that use it. And the difference between their cost and your price, that gap didn't close, it widened. It just moved through channels you can't see, landed on price tags you can't trace, and settled into your life so quietly you thought it was just inflation. AI cut costs, that part is true. But the savings didn't come to you. They went to balance sheets, stock prices, and executive compensation. Then AI became the story that justified charging you more, then the people it replaced stopped spending, and that rippled into prices you had nothing to do with. So here's the question. Did things get more expensive, or did the savings just go somewhere you weren't invited?